what's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF, the real Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys could donate to the channel. All right, man, let's get it in, man. Everybody, hope everybody having a blessed Saturday morning, man. I'm up a little early. I'm just cleaned the grill off. Make the family some hamburgers, some cheeseburgers today. Grill some cheeseburgers and shit. Something simple, you know what I mean? So we ain't gotta, make enough for tomorrow too. My wife probably just make some French fries or something. Something simple, people. You know what I mean? Well, my daughter, she like to eat chips and shit, so we may just eat some chips. You know what I mean? I'll eat some fries though. I'll probably get my wife to make fries. She make fries better than me. But yeah, man. Just do a little shit. You know what I mean? Season the hamburgers and shit like that. You know what I mean? Just a little shit, man. Gotta wash my my vests for work and shit. I go to work tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I'll be on the grill. What time is it? 12 o'clock. I'll probably get on the grill probably around like 2-3 o'clock. You know what I mean? Do them hamburgers real quick. Throw my vests in the washing machine and cut my hair and shit. You know what I'm saying? Probably cut my hair, shave a little bit, lay my ass down, and call it a goddamn night. This usually be my relaxed day. So, it is what it is, people. But anyway, man, I wanted to talk about this yesterday, but you know what I mean? What the fuck did I do yesterday? I did something yesterday when I got off live, and that's why I ain't come back. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about this yesterday. Man, listen, Terrence Crawford, this is why people don't fuck with Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford be lying, bro. He be lying, and it's almost like I wish sometimes that some people just take responsibility for fucking up something. You know what I mean? But he be lying. Terrence Crawford is corny as shit to me. I just listen, as a boxer, he's great. He a Hall of Famer. Taking nothing away from him. Listen, he whipped Earl Spence ass. I think if they fought again, it wouldn't be like that. But sometimes some fighters just got your number. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And you can have a bad night. You can have an off night. And usually that's most likely what happened to Earl Spence. No excuses. Terrence Crawford was the better man that came out. So, give him his props. He's great. I still think it's a very high possibility that Canelo, if that fight does happen, Canelo gonna knock his ass out. But it is what it is. But this is why people don't like Terrence Crawford. Because he be lying and shit. He ain't got no reason to be lying about a lot of the shit he be lying about. But it just is what it is. He talks about a lot of shit, but the one shit that's really that pisses me off is that whole situation with him and Earl Spence, that whole fight. That led up to the fight and they were supposed to fight. But anyway, let's move on.
You wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. I think you were like 27, 28 when you wanted to fight Pac. Why didn't that fight happen?
I don't, man, I hear so many excuses like they didn't want it. But Freddie Roach on the record saying he didn't want Pacquiao to fight for one. And I just think Top Rank wanted to protect Pacquiao because of the money issue.
Mm-hmm.
That was their cash cow. And,
but hell, you could have been.
First of all, Terrence Crawford was protected too. Terrence Crawford was protected. And I'm getting real sick of these boxers and shit. Shout out to my brother, brother Bell in the building. What up, brother Bell? Yeah, he ridiculous, man. Shout out to Bro Bell again. Listen, he ain't fought nobody before Earl Spence. My honest opinion. Even before he fought Earl, he didn't fight nobody. But we'll get into that. But this is my problem. I'm sick of people that was over there at Top Rank saying that Top Rank was protecting other fighters. You was being protected too. You wasn't fighting nobody. And the main reason that you wasn't really fighting nobody because you didn't sell. You only could sell in your hometown. Listen, I'm going to keep saying this about any fighter, right? If you can't sell outside of, if you can't sell outside of your city or your state, you're not a superstar. Okay? You can't get mad when you don't get the same amount of money as Canelo Alvarez. Look, Terrence Crawford is the pound for pound best in the world. Ain't nobody taking that away from him. He's the best fighter in the game. We not taking that from him. But he don't sell. You are a star. Great fighter, but you're just a star. It's almost like remember Clyde Drexler, the basketball player, right? Like Kyle Drexler was a great player, but he just was a star. He was never a superstar, ever. Hall of Famer, but he just was never that. He just did not get that. You get what I mean? And listen, sometimes some players, some fighters just don't have that it factor. It just is what it is. You can have all the skills in the world, but you just don't have that it. And that's Terrence Crawford. He got all the skills in the world, but he don't have that it factor. I'm sorry. All this, like him doing a lot of all these interviews and shit now that he doing, he should have been doing this shit back in the day. But Terrence Crawford never did it. And now he speaks now, he talks now. And I see why he didn't talk or they didn't allow him to talk, because of the simple fact that he just say stupid shit out of his mouth. Shit that don't even make any sense. And he be lying. But anyway, you just not a star, bro. And you got protected too over that top rank. Everybody that been over that top rank got protected. Y'all, a lot of them motherfuckers over there ain't fight nobody. Let's just be real.
The cash cow.
Listen, they don't think like that, you know. So they didn't want to mess up the money that they was getting from Pacquiao at the time. So other reasons, I don't know.
What way will you go ahead and go
No,
fight
listen,
it?
I actually partly believe that part because Manny Pacquiao was the cash cow. That was the real reason. That's why I agree with him. But this whole notion they was protecting him from you, no, they was not. It wasn't just you, okay? They was protecting Manny Pacquiao against Floyd Mayweather as well. They wouldn't let him fight Floyd Mayweather because he was the cash cow. They knew once Manny Pacquiao lost to Floyd Mayweather, he wasn't going to be the same no more. But what they didn't figure out was that Manny Pacquiao was so popular. You know what I mean? He was so popular that Manny Pacquiao got knocked out cold by Miguel. I mean, not Miguel. Margarita. I think not Margarita. I forgot the dude's name, but another Hall of Famer, but Mexican Hall of Famer. Listen, they misjudged that situation. So partly I do agree with him a little part on that they protected him from certain fighters because you know he was the cash cow, but at the same time they just misjudged that he lost a lot of times. People still consider him one of the greats. Some fighters can't come back from that. You know what I mean? Just look at Earl. You know what I mean? Earl, you know, this is what it is. We'll see what Earl going to do. But anyway, I wish them top ranked dudes stop that. Y'all don't fight nobody. Y'all have a time y'all don't fight each other. Y'all be at the top of the game and y'all get protected not to fight each other because all y'all want to be friends and shit. And y'all want to be friends, so y'all don't fight each other. And Top Rank protect y'all from each other, not to fight each other because they're trying to make all y'all the cash cows. That's usually what happens. Now, you go at the PBC, they fighting each other. Win, lose, draw. And over there, you get paid what you worth. Let's move on.
40.
140.
140. So I fought Derry Jean, and they said, that was the marketing tool. When Crawford beat Derry Jean, he's going to, potentially fight Manny Pacquiao. Derry Jean was one of Pacquiao's sparring partners. I stopped Derry Jean. That's like, I don't know if I want to fight him. So I had to move on.
If I take
now, mind you, that's why I said I'm not taking nothing away from Terrence Crawford as a fighter. Terrence Crawford is a bad motherfucker. He bad. Terrence Crawford put that work in. Listen, I don't take nothing away from. Listen, he got a chance to beat to beat Canelo Alvarez. I'm not. Listen, I just think that Manny, it's weight classes for a reason. I let a damn fly in here. It's weight classes for a reason. And the one thing about Canelo, he been at that weight class for a long time. So it's not he moving up, and he ain't been at that weight class. He ain't fought taller fighters like that in that weight class. So that's what bothers me about that. So Canelo got this weight class power that's really like that. And that's what's scary about this fight. It's going to be a great fight, but I just don't listen. He get caught one of them fucking Canelo shots, his ass might go, man. You listen. We seen Terrence Crawford hurt. We ain't never seen Canelo Alvarez hurt. I keep saying you, it's two fighters in the boxing game that I ain't seen hurt yet. And it just looked like they just got solid chins. Tank Davis just proved that, nigga, Lamont Roach was hitting him with some shit. He backed him up, had him stumbled a little bit. I seen that from Canelo. But I ain't never seen Canelo hurt. I ain't never seen Tank hurt, ever. I done seen both of them get stunned, but I ain't never seen them hurt. So that's a difference. I seen Terrence Crawford hurt before. That's why I thought that Earl would hurt him. But then I forgot Terrence Crawford got that one hit. He got knockout power, right? Earl Spence got I break your ass down power, right? Like it's not knockout one hit or quitter power. Earl Strong is a motherfucker, but he don't have knockout power. Like one hit or quitter knockout power. Terrence Crawford got that. And that's why Terrence Crawford beat the fuck out of him. I'm just being real. And Terrence Crawford got power, but he's a counter puncher. So he was countering the shit out of motherfucking Earl Spence Jr. But shout out to my man Earl. He's still my dude. I still rock with Earl. Let's move on.
Mayweather in his absolute prime, and I take Manny Pacquiao in his absolute prime.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd still beats it.
Floyd beat everybody.
You don't believe there's a guy at 140, 147 in the history of boxing that could have beat Floyd in his prime?
I don't know, but it'd be tough. It'd be tough. Floyd, man, that boy, man, that's the GOAT, man. That boy bad.
And let me say this about Terrence Crawford. This is one thing I give him props of. Him and Tank, Tank don't really fuck with Floyd like that, personal issues. But when it comes to talking about Floyd Mayweather, I keep saying this to everybody. Floyd is the GOAT. It ain't nobody. Listen. Floyd's special, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Floyd took all the greats, how they are, and mixed that shit up and have the greatest defense I've ever seen in my entire life. I ain't never seen nobody with that type of defense. And Terrence Crawford get ready to break that down. And I appreciate him how he break that down. That's how I know he's a student of the game. You know what I mean? The boxing game. So listen to what he says about Floyd. And it's actually true. Niggas be hating on Floyd because he a coon. He be buck dancing and shit. Personally, niggas don't like him. And I get it. That's one thing. But you talking about him as a boxer. Nigga, listen. You probably, if you want to, you can put Muhammad Ali number 1, but Floyd is number 2. Ain't nobody better than him. Sorry. And I love Roy Jones Jr. Roy, listen, you ain't listen. Roy is in my top 5. Don't get that shit twisted. Roy might be 3rd or 4th on my list. You know what I mean? And then I got, like I said, my list is I got Floyd number 1. I got Muhammad Ali 2. It's a toss-up between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. They just to me, they had kind of the same similar career, but I will put the edge and let Roy be number 3 just because he went up in weight classes and shit. You get what I mean? And he was fighting everybody. So it wasn't like he wasn't fighting the best. So I'll probably put Roy Jones at number 3, Mike at 4. No, I won't even put Mike at 4. I put Sugar Ray Jr. I put Sugar Ray, you know what I mean, at number 3. I mean at number 4. And it's still a toss-up to me with Roy and Sugar Ray. Like, you know what I mean? Sugar Ray was a bad motherfucker, man. And then I got Mike probably 5. And I'm going to tell you why I got Mike at 5, because I want to put Lennox Lewis at number 5. But the only reason I won't put Lennox Lewis at number 5 for this one reason of Mike Tyson. When Mike fought, listen, you had to be there in the 90s, bro. Listen, Mike was the biggest shit in the 90s. I'm talking about Mike was like a fucking universal star. It was nothing like him. You know what I mean? The closest thing that I seen that was like that was Muhammad Ali. But that was like when Muhammad Ali, kind of retired and left the game. Mike was fucking huge. I'm talking about huge. Mike was bigger than fucking rappers. He was bigger than fucking country singers and pop singers, rock and roll singers. He was bigger than a lot of motherfuckers. Like, I'm telling you, he was like one of the top 5 entertainers and athletes in the world. Like, he was that guy. It was him, Mike Jackson, all the Mikes. All the Mikes was big back then. And Mike Tyson was up there. It wasn't nobody fucking with Mike. Seriously, it was only the Mikes. Mike Jackson, Mike Jordan. You know what I mean? Wasn't nobody bigger than them. Them dudes was like that. Like I always tell people, it's almost like Tupac shit. Like Tupac was big. He just got even bigger when he passed away, but he was big. Like Pac was huge. Pac made the best albums in the 90s. The biggest and the best albums in the 90s. It wasn't nobody bigger than Pac. So like you dealing with, I'm talking about dudes that was like that. Mike was that. That's why I put Mike at 5. His impact, he's one of them transcending motherfuckers, like changed the game. Like he was one of those guys. He was Floyd Mayweather before Floyd Mayweather. As far as entertaining and winning and being bigger than the sport. Mike was that. Mike Tyson was bigger than the sport of boxing. That's how big Mike was. And it's only certain motherfuckers like that. It's like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd was bigger than boxing. Right? And he ruled boxing. Like it was Floyd was different, like in a way of Mike. Like it was similar, but it was different because Floyd wasn't nobody bigger than him. When he turned to Floyd Money Mayweather, when he started making them motherfucking hundreds of millions of dollars a fight, listen, nobody was bigger than him. Nobody. Sorry. Nobody was bigger than Floyd Mayweather. Listen, and on top of that, he was a great boxer and he didn't lose. Oh, no. Nah. Floyd is the greatest. To me, he's the greatest boxer I've ever seen. And I know people want to take Muhammad Ali. I get all that. Listen, Muhammad Ali had that number one spot for a long motherfucking time. Sometimes it's time for a new breed to come in and take over. Floyd is that. Like, people look at Muhammad Ali more of a great, like they give him his props after he left the game. You know what I mean? He a revolutionary. You know, he had that type of shit with him, right? But Floyd, when you talking about dominated a sport, that guy, that was Floyd Mayweather. It's like Michael Jordan. When motherfuckers be talking about Mike, and we talking, let's bring in LeBron. Like LeBron is like Floyd in a way, right? But in a way, he's not, because he's not a Floyd Mayweather. You get what I mean? Like when you talk about niggas that had that it factor and dominated the sport, you're talking about Michael Jordan. He's in that class. Floyd Mayweather is in that class. He's not a LeBron James, nigga. You didn't see him lose. You just seen him be great when it counted. Floyd got that Jordan S type shit. Let's move on.
Floyd bad. What makes it? I mean, because I told people to say, look at Floyd. I said, Floyd is not that he trains. I mean, it's his life, and from the very beginning, he's like, I want to be the best. And I look at Floyd. Floyd is not a naturally big man. So Floyd, like you, to get down to 147, you got to drop 20 pounds, 25 pounds.
No, he walked around there.
He at 140. He walked around at 150. Yeah. So he losing 3 pounds. Floyd going to camp for like 2 weeks, and he done made his weight.
Yeah.
But that's listen. Floyd ain't really a big dude like that. But Floyd, once you get older, you do get like grown man weight, and you know how somebody say like grown man power, like grown man strength. When you get older, you get bigger. Right? Like I can't, like if I really, really worked out, I probably can get down to about 150, 155, 160. But it wouldn't be a natural, healthy thing for me to get down that small. Right? Like, so my range will be to get down, I probably would have to be 165, 170. That's like a good, healthy, in shape weight for me, right? But to be an extreme weight, extreme condition, like really like that, I probably had to get down to like 150. You get what I mean? So that'd be like a lot of how them boxers be, right? But Floyd, the thing about Floyd was that Floyd was never really a big dude like that. Because number one, he ain't that tall. Then number two, Floyd worked all year round. So it wasn't like he didn't take no time off of not being in shape. You know how like some of these fighters, they go on vacation, they be gone for a little minute, and then they go back in the gym a month or two later to get back in shape. Floyd would, and you see it with Tank now. Tank learned that from Floyd. Like, nigga, I'm gonna take a week off or two, but I'm be in the gym. Like I'm going back in the gym. Like I'm going to go stay in shape. I'm not going to get out of shape. You get what I mean? I'm still going to stay somewhere close to my weight. I ain't going to go to the extreme like I'm in training camp, but I'm going to exercise. I'm going to do little shit here and there. And that's what Floyd did. That's why, like, if Floyd, it wasn't hard for, it was never, you never heard Floyd. It was like this thing you worried about Floyd not making weight. you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. It's like It's almost like Tank now. You see him, it's like, nigga, I don't even think about Tank not making weight. A lot of times now we thinking Tank just too small now to even be fighting at 140. If Tank don't work out, Tank probably walk around at 160. Tank could probably fight at 147 if he wanted to. But the problem with that is his height. He way too small. He's small. If I'm not mistaken, he's smaller than Manny Pacquiao. Or him and Manny Pacquiao around the same height or something like that. But I think Manny Pacquiao taller than Tank. I could be wrong, but that was the thing with Floyd. Floyd just walked around like he walked around with his regular weight. You know what I mean? Regular like ring weight. He was just maybe 3 pounds over or some shit like that. But that's because he probably would eat a little something here and there, or he ain't working out every day as he's supposed to. You know what I mean? What you don't supposed to do if you ain't got no fight coming up. Right? You gotta wait a couple of months. You don't want to overtrain. But you still gotta go to the gym, still keep your weight under control. And that was the thing. But he was dedicated. And Floyd was working on shit. And understand, Floyd don't drink, he don't smoke. And when you don't do those things, you don't pick up a whole bunch of weight like that. And he ate the correct way. Like he ate healthy. So it wasn't like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like Floyd was just not taking care of his body. Like if you look at Floyd now, even though he look a little bigger, he still look like he in fucking great shape. But anyway, let's move on.
What makes Floyd the best, so unique, something that we have not seen before?
His defense and his instincts. I think Floyd had the best defense in boxing history.
Better than Sweet Pea?
Yeah, definitely.
Because Sweet Pea has to be. But Sweet Pea had defense, but he in the offense like Floyd.
I say he got more defense than Sweet Pea because he got hit less.
Yes.
You know, Sweet Pea had more head movement. So and
you gotta think about it. Floyd never got hit. I mean, I'm not saying he never got hit. Everybody is a get hit business. But Floyd rarely got hit. Like when niggas was throwing shots and shit, Floyd was just like hit. Some of that shit was hitting the shoulder. It wasn't hitting him in the chin. So mind you, when he fought Shane Mosley. When he fought Mosley. Listen, when Shane caught him and he got stunned, that's because Floyd don't get hit flush like that. His whole game plan, how he boxes, is to hit and not get hit. And when motherfucking Shane hit him, woo! Nigga. I thought that was the fight that I thought Floyd was gonna lose. Because when Shane hit his ass and rocked him and buckled his goddamn knees, I said, God damn. But out of that round, it let me, that fight let me know how great Floyd was. That fight right there let me know how great he was. Out of all the fights he had, that let me know how great he was. It was the same thing. It's the same thing with Tank. Listen, motherfucking Lamont Roach was hitting Tank with some shit. Rocking him. The problem with that fight is Tank could have won that fight. The problem was Tank was doing too much of, he's not as disciplined as Floyd. I don't even think he'd be focused as focused as Floyd. That's why I say Floyd is different. It'll never be a Floyd Mayweather, honestly. Everybody try to mimic Floyd, but Floyd just was a different nigga, right? But Tank wasn't focused. He wasn't even focused, in the beginning of the fight, the middle of the fight, the end of the fight. He just wasn't focused. And niggas got mad when Rose said Tank tried to bite him. Yeah, he did. Because he was frustrated. I seen the shit. Tank tried to bite this nigga. Or he bit him. See, that's what happened when you got Floyd in you a little bit, right? Because we know Tank can box. But he got that Mike Tyson in him too. He got that dog in him. He got that hood shit in him. Like, he Tank like that type of nigga. And that's how Mike is. Tank and Mike is like, nigga, if you whipping my ass, nigga, I start getting dirty. Because they come from the streets. Right? They grew up in the streets. Right? They was raised in that shit. Floyd was raised in the streets. Raised around the streets. Like he was raised in it. But he didn't participate in none of that street shit. You know what I mean? So it was different for him. So that's why Floyd's a different. It ain't that Floyd don't understand the hood shit. He was never involved in a lot of that shit. You know what I mean? Tank was. He hung around niggas that was drug dealers and killers like that. You know what I mean? His brothers and cousins and shit. Friends of his died. Like he been around that. Floyd ain't not been around that. That's why, in a sense, it's a certain type of nigga. Like Terrence Crawford is a dog. He's a different dude. Like, you get to start hitting Terrence Crawford, nigga, he get angry. He can box you, but then you start hitting him like that, just start getting real. This nigga start getting gangster on you. That's because he grew up in the hood. Like, it's just certain niggas is just different. They got that different type of, it's like a hood, like you call it like a hood dog shit. Like they got dog in them, but they hood. But they great boxers. Like they can fight. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what happened with Tank. Tank was frustrated, but Tank don't be focused like a Floyd or even a Terrence Crawford. Like, them niggas be focused. Like, they on some different shit. Floyd knew how big he was. He didn't give a fuck. Like, he knew he's rich. Nigga, I'm only here to be great. You know what I mean? Can't nobody beat me. I can talk shit. Floyd was good at that. Tank ain't as good as talking shit like people think he is. He's quiet like Mike. But they can't really talk shit. They only can just get like sound like some people would think they sound uneducated, right? Like they don't really understand what they're saying, right? They sound hood. They speak Ebonics. So it's like they don't know how to talk shit. But Floyd was a different nigga. The problem reason that Terrence Crawford ain't as big as he is, his resume, is probably because his resume. The other part is all this talking he doing now, he should have been doing that early in his career, but he didn't do that. And that was the problem. But anyway, let's move on.
Sweet Pea was better at slipping punches, making you miss.
Right.
But Floyd on defense, like catch, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
You know, Floyd hands down. Then making you pay, catching counter, catching, slipping, you know, like hitting you with shots that you don't see. Like that's where Floyd mastered.
My bad.
No hit and not get hit.
And you look at the people that he beat. I mean, think about all he did. Just go back and look at those world champions.
That's why for me, even if Terrence Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez, he's still not a top 5 great. Because Floyd beat champions. He didn't need to get belts either. He beat the niggas that had the belts. Floyd had a whole bunch of fucking belts. He never went undisputed because he didn't care. He wanted to fight the motherfuckers that everybody thought that was great champions. The next one up, you know what I mean? Like he did that. They like to say Floyd ruined the game because he went undefeated. That's not what that is. Floyd fucked the game up for a lot of you niggas because a lot of you boxers, you think because you can go undisputed, you think you're gonna be great, you're gonna be better than everybody. That's not what that is. Floyd ruined the game because he didn't need the belts. Floyd would just beat the guy that was the guy. Floyd would beat the motherfucker that everybody said that they think that could beat Floyd. He want that guy, and he fought him, and they was champions. He would listen. Floyd a lot of times. You look at a lot of motherfuckers that Floyd fought. That's why he fought more. I think he probably fought more champions than anybody. Floyd fought niggas that had belts. It could be a nigga that was up and coming that was good, that they thought that could beat Floyd. But Floyd tell them niggas they can't fight me unless they make a name for themselves and they are champion. And that's how it was before. That's why Floyd beat so many champions. Floyd would not fight these niggas unless they was champions. So because Floyd was at a certain level, so he wasn't just gonna fight anybody. He wasn't just gonna fight some up and coming nigga that ain't a champion, that ain't got no name. Floyd by himself gonna put asses in the seats. He already know that. And it's almost that Tank effect. Tank don't gotta fight niggas with names that the motherfuckers know about. Tank want to fight the champions. Tank want to fight the niggas that you think that can beat him. You notice people still don't want to line up to fight Tank. Only motherfucker that really want to fight Tank, my honest opinion, that really genuinely want to fight him outside of Lamont Roach is Keyshawn Davis. I believe Keyshawn want to fight Tank. Genuinely, he does. I don't think Keyshawn know he gonna get a payday. He ain't worrying about what Shakur's trying to worry about. He wanted all that. Shakur damn near one thing he gonna be equal of getting paid to Tank. Nigga, you ain't fought nobody, and your championship don't mean shit. Because you ain't fighting nobody. Now, he get ready to fight William Cepeda. Now, that may, and if Tank get past Lamont Roach, and he get past William Cepeda and put up somewhat of a decent fucking fight instead of running around that goddamn ring, right? That's why I say these niggas can't beat Floyd, because Floyd would hit you with shit. We may see, especially if Tank dominates the shit out of fucking Lamont Roach, or he knocked Lamont Roach out. If he knocks Lamont Roach out, nigga, and Shakur put up how can I put this? If he puts up I ain't gonna say a decent fight, because we know he can put up a decent fight because there's talent. But if it ain't somewhat exciting, you gotta give me somewhat exciting. If he doesn't do that, then Tank's still not fighting him. Because Tank got mandatories too. And like I said, Tank doesn't got to fight Shakur now. Right? Tank, even though if Shakur beats Cepeda, right? He got 2 belts. If Tank wants to, Tank most likely can fight his mandatory. If he beat Lamont Roach, right? He can fight his mandatory. And it depends how Tank beat, how he beats Lamont Roach, right? Because it might be a trilogy. They might fight again if the shit very close. And to say Tank just win it by decision a little bit, and it's like, nigga, it was a great fight. Tank barely won. Or if Lamont Roach win, then that'll set shit back. So then Tank could come back and have to beat him. And then Tank might have to fight Lamont Roach 2 times this year. Well, 3, you might as well say. Well, he fought him the first time. Second, especially if Lamont Roach win. So, like I said, but if Tank knocked Lamont Roach ass out and devastate him, like if he he dominate him, it ain't no reason that Tank gonna fight him the 3rd time. But if Tank loses or the shit goes to a draw again, then you know what I mean? They might gotta fight again. They might do a trilogy. So Shakur is like kind of in the win. So my thing is Shakur is most likely gonna have to fight. He's fighting Cepeda, right? Hopefully it'd be a great fight. And mind you, he ain't even the headliner. He the co-headliner again. This shit is sad, Shakur. You was, my thing is with Shakur, you was better off signing to the PBC to get that fight with Tank. Like saying, look, let me fight somebody over here at the PBC first, and then man, Tank can fight. You was better off doing a 2 to 3 year contract, a 2 to 3 fight deal over at the PBC, or went back to fucking Top Rank, even though they out of business. I didn't say fully out of business, but they ain't with ESPN no more after this summer, I think. So, like, yo, come on, man. Now you over there kissing this foreign dude ass. Apologizing like a suck ass nigga. You done fired. If I'm not mistaken, he fired. He no longer with Jay Prince Jr. Jay Prince. He not with Eddie Hearn no more. He went with Turkey. I guess Turkey, hey man. I think what's happening with Shakur is Turkey is promising him that Tank fight. He kind of got he got the William Cepeda fight, and I think that they saying to him, if you beat William Cepeda in a great fashion, we can make a deal with Tank. Listen, I'm just telling y'all, people not really realizing this. Listen, y'all, listen, Tank is not Canelo. If Tank don't fuck with you, he don't fuck with you. But business is business too. Motherfucking Turkey gonna have to throw some money at Tank. And I think Turkey thinking in his mind probably telling Shakur, Tank is in a vulnerable position because of his last fight with Lamont. So he may just take that. Tank don't really got to fight Shakur at all this year. He really don't. He got his second fight get ready, most likely happen in July. And if he won a 3rd fight, and it depends how this fight goes, at the end of that, shit, he might be fighting Keyshawn. He doesn't have to fight Shakur. I don't know why Shakur thinks that. Tank will pay Shakur step aside money because it may not make sense of fighting Shakur. Shakur is not a pay-per-view star, and I just keep saying that. You'll go pay-per-view fucking with Tank. But, it is what it's like when he fought Ron Garcia. Ron Garcia was never a pay-per-view star. If I'm not mistaken, Ron Garcia was never on pay-per-view. Let me know in the chat, people, was Ron Garcia ever fought on pay-per-view before Floyd? Before he fought Tank. I don't think he never did a pay-per-view. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think he did. Tank was already doing pay-per-views. And mind you, Shakur has never did a pay-per-view. Ever. You say what you want about Devin Haney. At least Devin Haney doing pay-per-view. He did pay-per-views. Listen, a fight between Devin Haney and Tank is bigger than Tank fighting Shakur. I'm just being real. Tank fighting Teofimo Lopez is bigger than him fighting Shakur Stevenson. Shakur, you listen, man, you ain't fighting nobody and you looking bad out here, bro. All you do is tweet all the goddamn time. But anyway, let's move on, people.
Cotto's and the Pacquiao, the Ricky Hattons, the Arturo Gottis. I mean, like 20 plus world champs. I ain't talking about no, they legit world champs.
Yeah.
And he beat them all.
And he was calling for them all in their prime, you know. So I don't know, man. A lot of people,
and a lot of them duck Floyd too. A lot of them duck Floyd. Manny Pacquiao was one of them. So let's move on.
They give him credit now, but
Right.
they didn't give him credit when he was active. It's kind of like Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
They hated him when he was active. They loved him when he retired and when he got a loss.
Mm-hmm.
They hated Tyson when Tyson was active, but when he
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. People love Tyson. That's a lie. People love Mike Tyson, nigga. I'm trying to tell you, nigga. It was certain niggas in the 90s that had that it shit. Them niggas, listen, it was only 5 motherfucking athletes that was like that. Number 1 was Michael Jordan. Number 2 was Mike Tyson. Third was probably Dion. Bo Jackson. Like, it was niggas that was like that, bro. Like, seriously, like, people gotta stop, bro. No, Mike is not in that category of niggas hated Mike Tyson. No, they did not. Nigga, Mike was beloved. The hood loved Mike. And he was even bigger than the hood. Mike was, they called him Iron Mike, nigga. He was an icon, nigga. Like, stop. No. Mike was different. He was a different breed. That's why Mike is always going to be in my top 5. Because he was a different nigga. He was a different nigga. He had that it factor. It wasn't, nigga, he was mentioned with the greats. I told you, there was 3 Mikes that was like that. They all was from different genre of shit. You had the nigga Michael Jackson, then you had them nigga Michael Jordan, and then you had Mike Tyson. They was, nigga, them Mikes was the Mikes, nigga. The fuck are you talking about? No, Floyd is, listen, love Floyd. Greatest all time, the GOAT. I say he the GOAT. Listen, he wasn't Mike. He wasn't Mike Tyson. No. Mike was not hated. No. We're not going to do that. See, this is what I be saying about Terrence Crawford, bro. He be saying shit that don't make no sense. And he old enough to know better. That's all I'm saying. I understand Terrence Crawford probably like maybe about 4 or 5 years younger than me. But come on, bro. You know better, bro. Let's move on.
When he retired, then they loved him. You know, everybody want to see you lose because they want you to feel like you more human.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you to be, you know, superior to other fighters, especially fighters that they like.
Right.
You know, so they just like, man, I don't like that guy.
Right.
I see so many people.
First of all, Terrence Crawford. That's all nonsense. That's like that with any sport. You act like you saying something new. It's always been that. The only difference is back then we didn't have the internet. So When a motherfucker was great back then, that's why I say you don't put Mike in that atmosphere with the Floyds and all that shit. Or the Michael Jacksons or the fucking Michael Jordans. They was in a different era. Yo, they had no internet. Yo, dumb niggas was beloved. Yeah, of course you had haters, but they had more love than they had hate. Let's be real. That's why Floyd is looked at the way he looked at. Muhammad Ali was mainly hated not because he wasn't a great fighter. His era was different. They hated him because he stood up for shit. Like, let's be real. And out of the three Mikes that we're talking about, probably Michael Jackson got the most hate. Like, let's be real. They tried to tear Mike down since the 90s. They tried to take Mike down in the 90s. The whole 90s, they tried to take Mike down. But the black community wasn't having that shit. We fuck with Mike, nigga. That's Mike Jackson, nigga. That's the greatest entertainer of all time. I don't give a fuck who it is. Nobody fucks with Michael Jackson. Sorry. You listen, we know Mike ain't like that. We know Mike, listen, he did some weird shit. We don't like it. But nigga, to say he a child molester, nigga, that's come on, man. Come on, man. To put that thing on a motherfucker like that, to say they're a child molester, nah, bro. Mike loved the kids too much, bro. Mike was too big. First of all, Mike was probably the most popular entertainer, athlete, movie star, whoever. He was bigger than life. He was way too big. Shit, it was like almost Mike was the internet. Like when it came to trying to find some dirt or throw dirt or shade on or dirt on somebody's name or some shit like that, Mike got that more than anybody in the 90s. I don't know who the fuck these niggas is talking about. Listen, Michael Jackson was big like that, nigga. Like I said, it was only two other Mikes that came close to being close to him. And that was Michael Jordan and Mike Tyson. But they was never Michael Jackson. Okay? It was on that level, but they wasn't. Mike is here. The rest of them niggas was close. I keep trying to tell y'all, it was a different era. Fuck the internet, nigga. You didn't need the internet for Michael Jackson, nigga. Listen, the cameras was all this nigga was surveillance all the time. It was cameras on him all the time. So Mike grew up in an era where even social media couldn't really hurt Mike. He was already getting fucked over. All the fucking paparazzi and shit was, nigga, 24/7. It was cameras outside of his Neverland land and shit. Neverland. Nigga, come on, man. Like, y'all gotta stop with this shit, man. Stop with the bullshit. Stop. Mike was big. Mike, listen. Nobody was ever bigger than Michael Jackson, bro. Listen, Mike, we want to be real about this shit. Michael Jackson was probably the biggest entertainer of all time. Listen, nobody was bigger than him, bro. Nobody. I don't give a fuck what genre they was from. Nigga, he was bigger than the Beatles. He was bigger than everybody. Was nobody bigger than him. I'm sorry. He's the most beloved, hated, whatever. But this dude was that. It was nobody bigger. Nigga, we talk about Michael Jackson like we'd talk about Malcolm X or Martin Luther King or some shit, or you talk about some forefathers or some shit. Michael Jackson is that guy, nigga. Like, seriously, y'all need to stop with this shit, bro. Nobody is bigger than him. Nobody. Still to this day, nobody's ever been bigger than Michael Jackson. Drake is cool. He did what he did. Break right. He ain't Michael Jackson. He ain't Michael Jackson. Just stop. Nobody's bigger than Michael Jackson, bro. And listen, like I said, in American history, nobody's bigger than Michael Jackson. In American history, nobody's bigger than him. Nobody has ever had the impact. But you can name a president. Listen, love Barack Obama. Nigga, he ain't bigger than Michael Jackson. Sorry. When you walked in, listen, you got in Michael Jackson presence, nigga, you dead. Listen, I seen people cry meeting Michael Jackson. Nigga, are you stupid? Michael Jackson, he wasn't even the fucking president, nigga. And nigga, he had motherfucking security like he was the president. What the fuck are you talking about? We had presidents was groupies of Michael Jackson. Nigga, are you crazy? Powerful dictators, whoever. They Michael Jackson? Yeah. Oh, give Mike anything he want. You gotta go back and do the history on Michael Jackson in the 90s and the 80s. Nobody was bigger than him. Nobody. And still to this day, ain't nobody ever been bigger than him. No president, no nothing. No entertainer, no athlete. Nobody has ever been bigger than Michael Jackson. Nobody. Nobody. Trying to tell y'all. Niggas playing around with Mike's name like that. Don't play around talking about you the greatest. Nigga, ain't nobody greater than Michael Jackson. Nobody. I don't give a fuck what genre, what sport, entertainment business, actor, athlete. Nigga, nobody was bigger than Michael Jackson. Nobody. Still to this day, nobody's ever been bigger than him. A president, nobody. Sorry to tell y'all that. Michael Jackson will be remembered of, like, yo, he's going to go, listen, niggas going to talk about Michael Jackson in every generation. That's how big he was. Just being real. Nobody forgets Michael Jackson, nigga. Nobody. You can't forget Mike. Mike music is revolutionary. His shit goes beyond generations. You could have played Mike shit back in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. I mean, I'm sorry, the 1800s. You could have played that shit back then, and Mike still would have been big. Mike been dead almost 20 years, if I ain't mistaken. Hold on. He died in 2009. No, almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. Mike been dead. Almost 20 years. Nigga, we gonna be talking about Mike in 2060. Mike is still gonna be Mike, nigga. These niggas is cheating with the streaming. Cheating with the streaming. Mike, listen, I think if we probably go into streaming shit, Mike's still top 5 right now. And how much his streaming shit gets streamed. I'm just being real. And he been dead 15 years. Over 15 years. Like, what are y'all talking about, man? Nobody better than Michael Jackson, man. Nobody. Sorry. I'm just telling y'all, no athlete, no president. It's nobody. Listen, that nigga was special, man. You seen gangsters out there trying to moonwalk, nigga. The fuck are you talking about? You got kids now that was not even ever born like Michael Jackson shit. And say that nigga was the GOAT. Y'all tripping, man. Let's move on.
On social media, say they don't like me.
What?
But don't have a reason.
Right.
I don't like Crawford, but I hope him and Canelo have a good fight. Okay. What is there not to like about it?
Are they? Maybe you run into the same thing, Floyd. I believe a lot of people started watching.
Hold up. I want y'all to go back and listen to what I'm gonna go back and let y'all listen to what he said. Let's go back.
But I hope him and Canelo have a good fight.
Let me go back.
That they like.
Right.
You know, so they just like, man, I don't like that guy.
Right.
I see so many people on social media say they don't like me.
What?
But don't have a reason.
Right.
I don't like Crawford, but I hope him and Canelo have a good fight.
That don't mean they hating on you. That's number one. That don't mean nobody hating on you, bro. Listen, Terrence Crawford. Well, I'm one of them people. I'm not one of those people. I'll tell you why I don't like you. Because I think you lie. And you're a fucking good manipulator. And I don't like that shit when you lying to people and trying to manipulate people. Listen. I can tell you exactly why I don't like you. I think you way too arrogant. I think that you're greater than what you really are. You're a great fighter. You're going to go down as a Hall of Famer. And the only reason you most likely going to go down as a great Hall of Famer, if you would have never fought Errol Spence, you ain't going down as a Hall of Famer. Not first ballot. Not a first ballot Hall of Famer. I tell you that because you didn't fight nobody, bro. You fought all Errol Spence leftovers. Let's be real. I'm going to tell you some fucked up shit that Terrence Crawford did. And he fucked it. Like I said, I don't want to get into it just yet. But Terrence Crawford is just lying, bro. I don't like you because you lie and you try to manipulate and mislead the people and the fans. And everybody don't gotta like you, bro, because you're a great fighter. Everybody don't gotta like you. Listen, I don't like you as a person, Terrence Crawford, but I respect that you're a great fighter. I ain't gonna knock you because of your personality. I knock you because you don't sell shit and you think you're bigger than what you really are. That's one of the reasons I don't like you. Because it's on fact you think you're bigger than what you are and be asking for shit and you ain't worth it. Because you don't put asses in the seats. And you hate on niggas that actually put asses in the seats. And you can come off as a bully sometimes, Terrence. Let me just say this. If he gets the Canelo Alvarez fight, right? Let's be real about this. The nigga moved up. After he beat Errol Spence, he moved up to 154 for some motherfucker we didn't know. Decent fighter, but nobody knew. And nigga, that nigga gave you a fight. You did your thing, you won, but he gave you a fight. And now you expect us to push you like that. And all that money Turkey put into that LA shit, that shit still didn't sell. You brung Eminem out, pay Eminem $1 million. And the fight, and the card was long. It was a big card, nice, good card. And it still didn't sell. So that ain't got nothing to do with the niggas that was good on a card. It was you. It was who you was fighting. A nobody. Nobody knew. And then you sit around here and pretend motherfuckers hating on you. We ain't on you, bro. A lot of people ain't hating on you, bro. You ain't fighting nobody, bro. You fought a dude that was a very, very good fighter. But he wasn't on your level. And I wouldn't even have a problem with Terrence Crawford if he'd have fought this dude and not try to make that whole situation a spectacle. And respected that nigga, you fighting nobody, and understanding Terrence Crawford. Yeah, you beat Earl Spence, but nigga, after you fight Earl, you shouldn't be fighting no leftover. You shouldn't be fighting no niggas we don't know. You should be fighting niggas with names. You've been doing this shit your whole career. You fought Jeff Horn. That everybody believed Manny Pacquiao won, but he beat Manny Pacquiao. And then you've been fighting nobody. And then at the same time, after you got maybe out the contract, or was at the end of your contract, you fought you fought Earl Spence leftovers, bro. Niggas he already beat. Cal Brooks, Sean Porter. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Earl Spence already beat the fuck out of these niggas. They went to war with Earl. Earl went to war with them niggas. And then you gonna sit out here as you beat them in somewhat of a devastating fashion. Like, nigga, you don't get no credit for that. This is why they gave Earl Smith props for beating what is his name? Cal Brooks. Right? Because he was stepping up, right, in class of that. He was fighting a champion, trying to get that was his first belt. Right? And Earl Smith, it was a real dog-ass fight. Like, Cal Brooks got busy. But Earl Spence broke his other eye socket. Not the one that he already got fucked up a fight before, whatever. He fucked the other one up. That's why niggas gave Earl give Earl the props that we give him. Then you had a nerve to come out and say Earl is not a Hall of Famer. Are you serious, nigga? Why? Because you done fought his leftovers? And you caught Earl after he got in the accident and beat the dog shit out of him? Like, come on, bro. You fought a Sean Porter, 1 foot in the game, 1 foot out the game, ready to retire type nigga. And he then went to war with Earl. Cal Brooks. Keith Thurman. Like, this nigga fought some niggas. He been in wars. You ain't been in no wars, bro. Not with great fighters like that. You caught them on the back end after Earl then went to war with him. Like, I'd have respected Terrence Crawford if he'd have fought Keith Thurman. But Keith Thurman fucked that up because a part of that, because Keith Thurman fucked that up because of the fact this nigga only fight every 2 years or some shit like that. Niggas ain't got time to be waiting around for Keith Thurman. He one of them other niggas that I don't like. Personally, I don't like. Like, I don't like his behavior. Great fighter, but I don't like his behavior. Nigga they think they bigger than what they are. But they fuck their own careers up because of the shit that they do. And then they get mad when niggas is on top and they don't want to fight them. Nigga, you was on top at one point in time. You got hurt. You got to prove yourself. Keith Thurman does that shit all the time. I don't like that shit. You just fought a nobody. I don't give a fuck. And now, nigga, oh, you fought Manny Pacquiao. Didn't you lose to Manny Pacquiao? Come on, man. What we talking about? What we talking about here? Now, and let me just say this. He just fought some dude, whatever, and nobody know the fuck he was. I'm talking about Keith Thurman here. Keith Thurman, who you should be fighting out the gate and be pushing for that fight is the fight Jamal Charlo. Then I can take you serious. Win, lose, or draw, I can take you serious after that. You fighting nobody give a fuck about that shit. Fandor and all that shit. Listen, I'm gonna just be very honest about this. I don't like Fandor. That nigga about 6'7". Nigga, get the fuck out of here. I don't like that nigga. I don't like him. He a weight bully. I don't like that shit. But he should not be fighting at 154. He should not. He should be at least fighting at 160, 164. I mean 168. Like, listen, nigga, I don't want to see. I don't even like Fandor. I don't even like to see him fight because it's always like, yo, niggas already a mismatch with you fighting niggas that's 5'7", 5'9", and you 6'7". Man, please, man. And people say, well, he lost it. Smaller dudes. Nick, listen, man. Fandor should be ashamed of himself still fighting at 154. You telling me this nigga can't fight at 160, 168? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I don't want to see that now. I don't even like seeing his fights. But anyway, let's move on.
Okay. What is there not to like about it?
Maybe you run into the same thing, Floyd. A lot of people started watching Floyd fights to see him lose. Do you think people tune in to watch you lose, to see you lose?
Definitely.
But you don't care a long bit about that.
Listen, Terrence Crawford, I don't watch your fights to see you lose. My honest opinion. Now, yes, is it people that watches this fight to see him lose? Yes, of course. Because you do have haters. Right? Like, everybody have haters, right? Everybody hates somebody. I mean, everybody have haters that hate you. Like, that's just natural shit. Like, that shit is almost reality, right? But Terrence Crawford, I don't hate you, bro. No, I'm not going to watch this Canelo fight to see you lose. I believe that you got a chance to beat Canelo. Yes. It's about a 40% chance you can beat Canelo. My honest opinion. I just think Canelo been at that weight a long time. His power is different. It's a different power that you have ever seen. Canelo has a different power. And it depends how you fight Canelo. Because I don't really truly think that you can sit in the pocket with him like that, like you did with Earl Spence or something. I don't think you can do that. Because power is real in the sport of boxing. I don't know why people try to ignore that. But understand something too. This is why Terrence Crawford could win against Canelo. Because he's a counterpuncher too. He's a counterpuncher. That's how he beat Earl. Earl was way too aggressive. But the thing about Canelo, he fights a certain type of way. They like to say he a one-trick pony. Listen, Canelo have a very good ring IQ. Listen, he not gonna go in there and like be reckless when he attacking Terence Crawford. He's smart, bro. He fought one of the greatest of all time, the GOAT, which is Floyd. Listen, I don't know why people think that. Listen, is it very possible 40% can Terence Crawford outbox Canelo? Yes, he can. But I don't think this ain't the same Canelo that fought Floyd Mayweather. He's a different fighter. He's an older, mature fighter. I don't know why people think that because Terence Crawford. Listen, it's going to be a great fight. But all I'm saying is, my thing is, I don't go to see Terence Crawford lose. Like, I don't want to see you lose. I just want a great fight. I don't want you to lose. Like, that ain't my thing. Like, I don't hate. First of all, I'm not a hater. I don't hate you that much to see you lose. But I'm not going to sit there and lie and pretend if I pick a fight and I think they can beat you, I'm not going to pick them. That don't mean I'm hating on you. Terence Crawford, he's a weird dude, man. Seriously, him and Shakur, they weird ass niggas. And they stay on the internet too much. And that's why they weirdo niggas. But anyway, let's move on.
You good?
Hey, I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you say about me. You're not in the position that I'm in to eat.
First of all, he a liar. Let me tell you something. He wouldn't even be speaking the way he speaks if he doesn't care what anybody says. Now, the response is to say, hey, the responsible thing to say and the real shit to say, I don't care what a lot of people say a lot of the time. Sometimes some shit affects me. Sometimes people say certain shit that rub me the wrong way. It motivates me. Like, that shit would make more sense. But for these niggas, people like him or anybody to come out and pretend that they don't care what people say about them, they are fucking liars. They are lying. Everybody cares about how people feel about them. Everybody. That is a lie. Anybody tell you, I don't care what people think about me. I don't care what nobody care about me. They are lying. Everybody cares about people, how people see them or how they feel about them. That's a lie. Now, you may not care about a lot of people caring about, you may not care about some people that you don't care about how they feel or how they look at you. Yeah, that's reasonable. But this whole notion, people run around talking about, I don't care how people feel about me or look at me in a certain type of way. They're lying, bro. That is a lie. That shit is even unnatural for people to say that shit. That shit. First of all, I already know you lying when you say that. Everybody cares how people think about them. You're not saying everybody, but you care about how some people, you care about how people perceive you. That's a lie when people do that. Especially in the entertainment business. That's the crazy shit about it. These niggas be lying. Let's move on, y'all. Can't stand when people do that shit.
And be on the same level of me, you know? And I don't say that in a cocky way. I say that in an honest way. Like, people at a basketball game, you talking stuff to LeBron James and you can't do half of what LeBron James. You talking stuff about you know, Aaron Rodgers, and you can't throw a 30-yard football. You know, we criticize.
If you've got pink salt and apple cider vinegar in your kitchen and you're not using this recipe, you're throwing away your chance to be summer ready. I started using this 3-ingredient pink salt recipe last month, and I had to stop because I was losing all my clothes way too fast. My doctor literally told me to eat more burgers and not go to the gym just so I wouldn't have to toss out my entire wardrobe. To give you an idea, I dropped 3 pant sizes in a single month. My mom got teary-eyed when she saw me in a...
My bad, people.
Size athletes,
But we can't do
for
it.
stuff that we can't even do. And it's just like, man, come on now, man. You come up in here, get punched up in the head, or you try to go across the middle while Brett Favre throw a 90-mile football
Right.
that'll break your fingers, and Lynch about to come and take your head off.
Right.
Listen, first of all, let me just say this. He's actually 100% right. Right? But you put yourself in a situation as an athlete or entertainer to be criticized. I don't know why athletes or entertainers act like they can't be criticized. Yeah, some shit may be unfair. I get that. But you why do you think that nobody can criticize you? And listen, live in real reality. Some people are not going to like you. I don't know why people walk around, regular human beings. I'm sorry, not regular human beings, but people that ain't in there in the atmosphere of entertainment or whatever going on. Listen, you get in anything with entertainment, people don't like. It's going to be people that's not going to like you and it's going to hate. That happens. Shit, in general in life, people ain't going to like you just because of your personality. These are facts. Now, you can call it hate, you can call it whatever you want, but that's reality. To pretend that everybody should give you the benefit of the doubt or like you, that's bullshit. Everybody ain't gonna like you, bro. Listen, if I moved around in life to think that everybody's gonna like me because they like my personality. Listen, come on, man. Because a lot of people over here like my personality. So that means everybody on this other side, y'all better like my personality. They like it, so you should like it. That's bullshit. That's not real reality. Niggas is living in la-la land. People living in la-la land. That's the problem with what's wrong with America. Everybody, we all gotta agree. We all gotta like it. No, we don't. When it comes down to humanity shit, that's where we all gotta be on real shit. That's where we all gotta be on one accord. But to like a motherfucker, I ain't got to like you. You ain't got to like me. But when it comes to real humanity shit, and nigga, we should be on the same page as that. I ain't got to like you for that. You ain't got to like me. Listen, we all a little insecure as human beings. We all it ain't like people. A lot of people try to say I ain't insecure. Yeah, we are. We all insecure. It's in the nature of being insecure. It's just a part of life. We all going to be insecure. But this whole extra insecure shit that Terrence Crawford is doing, everybody gotta like him because you think you great. That don't mean everybody else think you great, nigga. What the hell you talking about? Everybody ain't gotta agree with you. Fuck universe you live in, nigga. And just because everybody don't agree that you great, they hating. That's bullshit, bro. And if you really move around life like that, Terrence Crawford, this is the real reason why I don't fuck with you. I don't like you as a person. As a fighter, I think you great. But as a person, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. If you think like that, get the fuck out of here. I'm supposed to like you because you great as a boxer? No. Your personality comes with that as well. Who you is as a person matters as well. You just got a certain different skill set that a lot of people don't have. The fuck wrong with you? Anyway, let's move on, people.
So you gotta brace because you're about to get hit. The ball going fast, and you expect me to catch it every single time.
Yeah.
You know, people don't understand the things that we do and the things that we take our body.
He should say some, because some do. I know what you kind of going through in a way. I respect it. That's why I never knock your skills. You think I don't like you because of your skills or what the work you put in to be great. No. I don't like you as a person because of your personality and how you lie and try to manipulate people on your bullshit. They got nothing to do with your skills, Terrence Crawford. I know you're great at what you do. But let's move on.
To entertain y'all.
Right.
You know, but y'all disrespect us like we not human.
Mm-hmm.
So then when we lash out on one of y'all think, oh, everybody like, oh, you supposed to be professional, but we human at the end of the day.
Floyd paid you the ultimate compliment.
Terrence Crawford, that comes with the game, bro. That comes with one to be in that spotlight. You want to be great. You want this type of money. But you, listen, it's going to be people that's going to hate. They will pay money to see you lose because they hate you. What the fuck are you talking about? Listen, that's why Floyd is separate from these niggas. Because they don't get it. And that's why we praise Tank too. Like, Tank get it. Floyd was the first that got that shit. And probably even Muhammad Ali was first. Like, yo, them niggas get that shit. This nigga don't understand. You supposed to be hated. Everybody ain't gonna love you, bro. You gonna have haters. What the fuck? Everybody not gonna like you. Listen, let me explain something to you. I said this shit. I'm not buying a Terrence Crawford fight unless he's fighting somebody. That ain't got nothing to do with you as a fighter. I'm sorry, that got something to do with you as a fighter. I'm not spending my money on you to fight nobody, nigga. I'm not doing that. That don't even have nothing to do with your personality. That got something to do with you not fighting anybody. Fighting nobodies. Nigga, I don't want to see that. You too great for that. You just went undisputed and you fought a nigga at 154 that was nobody. He ain't have a name. Only in the boxing world. Like, come on, bro. Remember all that shit you were talking about? Beat your mans, and then I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna beat your ass. Nigga, you should have been telling Charlo, nigga, come on, nigga. Me and you now. I beat your mans, now I'm gonna whip your ass. All that shit you was talking. Come on, bro. This nigga full of shit. Let's move on.
He says Terrence Crawford is the best pound for pound fighter fighting right now. What's your relationship like with Floyd?
Oh, we got a good relationship. I'm cool with Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Floyd just randomly called me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, asking me how my family doing, asking me how I'm doing, and don't even check on. I don't even talk about boxing.
Wow.
They just, I didn't want to. I was just checking up on you, champ. You know, seeing how you doing, and you know, making sure everybody good and things like that. And all right, I'll talk to you later.
Wow.
You know, things like that. And that mean more to me than calling me, hey man, what's up with boxing? You know?
All that shit comes with the game. These niggas ain't your friends. Boxing fans are not your friends. Even your supporters. Listen, let me just say this. Let me be real. I love certain people that support the channel. I got love for y'all. But do I really consider people my friends I hang around with? These people don't hang around you. They don't know your life. Like, what are you talking about? Like, nigga, anybody ain't gonna call you this. Oh my God, this nigga. This is the reason why I don't like Terrence Crawford. It's almost like he talk like he got some sense, but he doesn't say shit that makes sense. If that make any sense to y'all. This nigga's out here just saying goofy shit. Like he's ignorant to the world. Everybody's, you great, nigga. Okay, cool. Everybody ain't got to respect your greatness. That's life. Nigga, I wish my own family would respect the situation that I am and I'm doing great in life. And they know where I come from, but they still treat me a certain type of way. So I have to, you know what? I ain't proving nothing to them. I'm just like, hey, well, okay, cool. You think that way you want to think, you can't be around me. Understand that. Yeah, it hurts. But nigga, what the fuck? Listen, could it be a little hate? Could it be that they didn't expect me to be in the position that I'm in? Yeah, it's all those things. But I'm good with it. It's okay. It hurts. Yeah, it's supposed to hurt. Nobody wants to be disliked. Nobody wants to be hated on. But it comes with the game. The fuck is wrong with Terrence Crawford, bro? Let's move on.
I was at this fight. I told you this. I was at the fight that you fought Spence. And I'm sure you heard it. Man, Spence not got in that car accident, bud. Man, you know you fought that man 3 years too late. You'd have caught him before that accident? I don't know, bud. How often have you heard that?
Man, I think I said everything that everybody was gonna say before they even said it. I think they just looked at the altercation that me and Spence had,
right,
and just copied and pasted.
Right.
You know, I hear it a lot. You know, but I was already prepared for it. You know, I was prepared 3-4 years before it happened. You know, and that's something that
and that was because ESPN, Top Rank, didn't want you to fight him early when y'all supposed to fought. As long as you got to build fights, I get it. But you could have fought Spence years before. And then when you supposed to fight Spence, he coming off a big win or whatever, you decided to fight a no-name because you wanted to get the most money. Listen, let me say this. At that time, let's be real. And I still say this. If Earl Spence come out right now and fight whoever, he will outsell Terrence Crawford right now. These are facts. And fucking Terrence Crawford, he sat there. You had one of the biggest fights in this generation, in your generation, and you procrastinated that because you was trying to get the most money you can get. And then now, think about it. You got the biggest money that you ever made in your life. And then, nigga, what you do? You go at 154 and fight nobody. And then now you want to fight Canelo. You ain't even fought nobody at 154. But now you want to move up to 1 168 to fight Canelo. Top one, top two, biggest cow as far as money in the game of boxing. Because you can't generate shit. You fighting Canelo because you can't generate money on that level. You gotta go. Listen, please, bro. This is what Terence Crawford does. And this is what irritates me about him. He doesn't fight anybody. And that's why I said it's a great thing that Canelo is fighting before this fight. Because he did the same, he tried to do the same shit to Earl Spence. But Canelo said, no, I'm gonna fight before that. I win this fight, then we'll fight. Now, mind you, let me understand something. If Canelo lose this fight, right? Terence Crawford ain't getting no fight. He ain't getting no fight in September. I just listen, it's a risk. That's why I'm saying to Terence Crawford, like, nigga, fight somebody at 150, 168. Like, what are you doing? You sitting around waiting. You don't know if Canelo gonna beat this nigga. It could be an upset. It's a big gamble that Canelo can beat this dude. You don't know what's gonna happen. This boxing, nigga. You nigga fight somebody. But the thing what he did to Earl said, Earl took the same shit, was like, well, I ain't gonna fight nobody unless I fight him. That was the wrong shit that Earl did. He played Earl. Earl should have fought again. You fight such, Reyes, whatever the fuck his name is, dude we ain't never know of. Earl should have fought somebody. And I knew that was a bad situation. It was like the Ron Garcia shit. Right? And it's a trending thing. You got one of the biggest fights that you're supposed to fight, and the motherfucker don't fight you right away. That's a problem. I gotta fight this person before I fight you. Well, nigga, you should be like, all right, cool. Well, I'm gonna fight somebody. You both should be taking risks of losing. Terence Crawford can't fight nobody at 168 other than Canelo because he can't beat nobody even in 160. I truly believe that. And like I said, he thinks he's bigger than what he is. So that's why he ain't fighting nobody. Terence Crawford ain't fighting nobody, bro. In a whole year, he ain't fighting nobody. A whole year, he ain't fighting nobody. That's not good. That's why I said it ain't good. That shit don't usually work out like that. It didn't work out for Earl when Terence did it to him. It didn't work out for Ron Garcia, that he didn't want to do a fight, a warm-up fight or something like that. And it didn't work out for him. And like I said, I got Canelo in this fight. Listen, it's 40% that Terence Crawford can beat Canelo, he could win. But listen, that's because I think Terence Crawford is great. But this shit, the pattern of this shit, of not fighting before you fight a big fight like that. Like, yo, that shit don't work out like you think it is going to work out. Don't be surprised. Everybody going to be like, oh, We expected Canelo to knock him out. Nigga, no, we shouldn't. This is Terrence Crawford. If he get knocked out or get his ass whipped by fucking Canelo, it's his fault. He ain't fighting in a whole year. A whole year. Terrence Crawford should be fighting around now. Even if it's a nobody, he should be fighting somebody. But he ain't. And don't be surprised that he wound up getting his ass with Canelo wound up whooping his ass because he didn't fight nobody in a whole fucking year. I told you, it's a thing of overtraining. I believe that that's what happened to Tank too. I told you, I don't like that niggas be laid off that long. Here and there, you can get lucky. I ain't gonna say lucky, but here and there, you can, a matchup could be what it is. Right? He fought, Tank fought, what's the dude's name? Frank Martin. Right? It makes sense because Frank ain't fight nobody a couple of months lesser than him. So it was kind of the same. But you're talking about a dude, Lamont Roach, coming off. He just was fighting. And Tank didn't fight nobody like in for a minute. So that was I kept telling people that's a dangerous fight when Tank ain't fighting. Tank gotta fight every 5 to 6 months. You gotta fight twice a month. You get too comfortable. I'm telling you about niggas that get their ass whipped when they don't fight. That's why Ryan got his ass whipped by Tank. It would have been a much better fight if Ryan was fighting more. Everybody think that Ryan gonna go in there and whip Rolly ass. Let me tell y'all something. It is very, very possible that Rolly can upset Ryan Garcia. I'm telling y'all that. It is very, very possible. There's a very high percentage that Rolly could fuck Ryan Garcia up. I'm telling y'all. Them niggas not fighting like that. That shit is not cool. And then you fighting big fights like that. You don't fight niggas that's like that, coming off that type of long layoff like that. Tank got lucky with the French shit. I'm gonna tell y'all something. The reason that Tank got that draw with Lamont Roach is because he didn't fight. He's supposed to fight earlier than that. He fought Frank in what? June? He fought Lamont. He fought Lamont Roach almost. Let's say July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Almost 7 months. Like, yo, what y'all talking about, man? And that's why Tank looked the way he looked. You can't be fighting niggas that long, bro. You gotta be like fighting niggas in no later than 5 months. 4 months. 4 to 5 months. That's it. Like, come on, bro. And then he had that long ass layoff before he fought fucking Frank Martin. Like, nah, bro. I knew this shit was gonna be tough for Tank. And Lamont Roach ain't no pushover like that. I was like, yo, come on, man. Nigga, when I seen Tank, his head coach wasn't the OG. I said, yo, this shit ain't gonna go right. It's gonna be a tougher fight than niggas think. Like, I watch shit. Shit matters. Little shit matters. And people don't understand. That's why Tank, listen, it looked like Tank got his ass whipped. He got challenged. Listen, he fought Pitbull Cruz. I thought he boxed the shit out of Pitbull Cruz. When he fought Lamont Roach, nigga, I said, hey. I said, none of that fight. I said, Lamont Roach got in Tank ass. He the only fighter I seen got in Tank ass. And that was because, no disrespect to Lamont Roach, good fighter. On his shit, I think he can beat a lot of niggas. But if Tank on his game, no, you're not beating Tank like that. Tank looked sloppy. He out there doing unnecessary bullshit, trying to feed the crowd and all that shit. Nigga, what the fuck are you doing? You ain't even got your coach. Coach Cal, he not the head coach. What the fuck are we talking about? And then you sitting there disrespecting Coach Cal like that. Nah, I got a problem with that. And listen, and no disrespect to the head coach that was there. I know they were together on it, but nigga, Coach Cal is his head coach. Coach Cal is the motherfucker that pushes him. There ain't no other coach. And if Tank out there's a bitch looking for new coaches and shit like that, nigga, you gonna wind up being like Deontay Wilder. I'm just telling you that now. Go back to what you know. Go back to Baltimore, nigga. Real talk. Whatever the beef you got with Coach Cal or whatever, or Coach Kenny, nigga, squash that shit. Get back to you what you know. Don't be moving like that, bro. And like I said, if Coach Cal is not in Tank corner when he fight Lamont Roach, he gonna lose. Lamont Roach gonna whip his ass, and I'm being dead serious about that. I'm being dead serious. I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of niggas on the internet. All these niggas talking about, you know, they got this, you know, problem with. No, nigga, I got a problem with Coach. Listen. Some people say he lost that fight. Some people say it's a draw. Some people say he won. That shouldn't even been that close. The reason that shit was that close is, nigga, you didn't stick what you know you're supposed to do. I don't give a fuck what's going on with you and Coach Cal. Nigga, he need to be in your corner. You need him. He need you. This shit is different, bro. You don't get to do that. Niggas talking about, he worked with other coaches. He ain't Coach Cal. None of them niggas is Coach Cal or Coach Kenny. Sorry. Shout out to Coach Kenny and Coach Cal, man. They OGs in Baltimore. Nigga, don't forget where the fuck you come from, nigga. I don't give a fuck how big you get. I don't give a fuck what the beef is, nigga. If ain't nobody stole if Coach Cal and Coach Kenny, and from what I know, ain't stole no money from you, what the fuck you talking about, nigga? And I stand on that shit with Tank. Fuck wrong with you? You don't put no nigga in your fucking corner like that. Put Coach Cal in them in that motherfucking corner. Then you talking grimy to them like that. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. And that's why that fight went the way it went. Because you was on some bullshit. I seen you was doing too much and giving a fuck about the crowd. They came there to see you, nigga. They paid the money already. The fuck you worrying about entertaining them? They already came. They paid the money already. This is the difference between you and Floyd. Floyd didn't give a fuck about it. They already paid that money. Floyd already knew, nigga. I'm great, nigga. They came here, they hate me, they love me or not. I'm getting the money. Leave that shit be. Now I got to do my job of being great. And that's what you don't understand about Floyd. That's why they consider Floyd the greatest of all time. And you could be considered that, but you out here on that bullshit, Tank. Nigga, I wouldn't even have been mad if Coach Kenny was the head coach. You want Coach Cal beat him, whatever, but Coach Kenny? Put Coach Kenny there. Don't put no nigga. I know he worked with you, but nigga, that's the second time I seen that. No. First time it barely worked out, but then the second time it's like, yo, what the fuck? And you seen that shit don't work, Tank. That's why you got your... Listen, and I'm be real about it. I ain't never seen you look the way you looked. I put it that way. Then they got your ass whipped from Lamont Roach. Playing these stupid ass games. Nigga, get your fucking coach, nigga. Get your coach there, nigga. Stop playing that. The bad part about it is that I watch these fights over and over again. And I've seen the mistakes. And it wasn't that Tank wasn't like he had the skills. His mind wasn't right. And you said that, yo, that nigga got that shit with you because you wasn't mentally right. You kept thinking, no, man. Let's move on, yo.
Train my mind to
No, my bad. Hold on, yo.
prepare for it. Because I know.
Left channel, right channel.
What is it? I said Spence is a great fighter. I'm a fan of Spence. I've always been a fan of Spence. I watched him in the amateurs. I rooted for him, you know, when he represented the United States. I call him on the phone, check on him. I'm a fan of Spence. The people, the urban community, our own people try to turn us against each other and make it up to a point where nobody likes each other.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you like me and like him?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And if I like Bud, that don't mean I hate Earl.
Right.
If I like Earl, that don't mean I hate Bud.
Right.
But sometimes it seems to be now. If I like something,
I can't like him.
right.
But it's only like that in our community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you look at the Mexican.
Hold on. Because I want y'all to go back to listen to what he said. And I'm going to tell you something. That this will disturb me. And listen, and let me just say this too. And I keep saying this. Listen, I haven't talked about the Shannon Sharp shit because I need more details. But at the same time, Shannon Sharp is down right now. He like not hurting, but he down now. Motherfuckers is going at the Shannon. And I don't want to hurt the brother while he down. But let me say this, and I believe that my honest opinion, I believe that he can do this shit. But a part of this shit is his own fault. And we'll get into that when I do talk about the Shannon Sharp shit. Because I know people sending me shit. I was like, yo, Kenny, when you going to talk about the Shannon Sharp shit? I'm not. Not right now. I'm not going to do that. Right? But let me just say this. I don't like Negroes like this that keep trying to blame black people for their fucked up shit. You niggas don't cherish black shit. You don't cherish our love for you or whatever. All black people ain't listen. Terrence Crawford, let me make this very clear. As a black person, I don't hate you, nigga. I just don't like you as a person. But that don't mean that I ain't gonna support you. I'm gonna buy your fights if, like I said, I'm gonna buy your fights if you fighting somebody. That don't mean I don't like you. I don't like you. I like Terrence Crawford more because I'm more of a Terrence Crawford fan. No, nigga, if you was fighting somebody, I'm gonna buy your shit. But you ain't fighting nobody. And you ain't been fighting nobody. Let's be real. So stop saying that shit. But hold on. I want y'all to go back and listen to what he said. And this shit is disturbing to me. And I don't like black people doing that, trying to act like, oh, it's the black community. Nigga, are you crazy? You wouldn't even be as big as you are if it wasn't for black people. If that's the case, then let the white people fuck with you then. You seen what Al Heyman did to you. I mean, I'm sorry. Bob Arum did to you, nigga. You ain't big like that because of Bob Arum. And you yourself. You took the white man's route. Disrespected Al Heyman. When you look at those boxers, when they fight, nigga, they do big numbers. They're superstars. When Earl Smith come back, if he does come back, choose to come back, nigga, he gonna do big numbers. Fuck you talking about? Even though he lost, he gonna do bigger numbers than you did. Earl Smith is so big, nigga, in Texas, he can sell that bitch out. You can go fight Canelo in Vegas or wherever y'all may fight. I guarantee you, Earl Smith will be right there. He be even to you or somewhat close to it. Or you fighting Canelo. What are you talking about, bro? It's you. But anyway, let's move on. Let's go back to what he said.
Up to a point where nobody likes each other.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you like me and like him?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And if I like Bud, that don't mean I hate Earl.
Right.
If I like Earl, that don't mean I hate Bud.
Right.
But sometimes it seems to be now. If I like something,
I can't like him.
right.
But it's only like that in our community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you
First of all, that's a lie. He said that's only in our community. That's a fucking lie. That's a lie. When two Mexican fighters fight, nigga, you think that all those Mexican fighters come there to support just one Mexican? Like they don't like the other fucking Mexican? Yeah, they do. They just support the Mexicans. The reason, listen, let me just say this. The reason that two black fighters, that shit won't sell like that is because of the simple fact it's always a black fighter. I think they're bigger than the other black fighter. The thing about the Mexican fighters, one thing about them they understand. If it's Canelo fighting another Mexican fighter, that Mexican fighter knows nigga, he's that guy. Black fighters think that they're bigger than the other fighter, and the other black fighter is, we all know is bigger. And then you try to push a narrative that you're bigger than them. Nobody's saying you can't get your money, but you don't outprice yourself. And that's what a lot of black fighters do. And you're one of them, Terrence Crawford. You thought you was bigger than Earl Smith, and you not. Even though you beat Earl Smith, I guarantee you, Earl Smith does a fight to this day. He's bigger than you. And he lost to you. I guarantee that. Nigga, what are you talking about? Remember he said, they don't understand, the boxing fans don't understand somebody can be more superior. Yeah, your boxing skills can be more superior. But if you don't put asses in the seats, how are you bigger? How are you bigger? Listen, before you even fought Earl Spence, you wasn't bigger than him. You know you wasn't bigger than him. You was asking for money, and you was fucking shit up, and you fucked deals up, and then whole negotiation shit because you thought you was bigger than Earl, and you wasn't. And you still not bigger than him. Y'all might be a little equal, and it depends, but you still ain't bigger than Earl. Earl come fight in Texas right now. He'll sell out his city more than you sell out where you come from. These are facts. I know that for a fact. Earl come on right now and fight in Texas, which he most likely will do. And he gonna fight somebody. You don't fight nobody. The fuck are you talking about? This nigga don't understand business. He's a bad business person. And then he sit there and try to blame everybody else for his fucked up shit. This is why we don't like you, nigga. It ain't the black community. Nigga, stop that bullshit. We don't like you because you lie. A lot of us don't like you because you lie. And you sit there and pretend that you're bigger than what you are. And you not. How I'm supposed to give you some props of some shit you do when you're lying? And then you hate on a nigga that's a black man, Tank Davis, that's bigger than you. You hate on that. You hate on Tank. That's what you do. You know Tank bigger than you. You know Tank is number one, number two top sellers. Just because you pound for pound, that's one thing. But you don't sell. And you never sold as much money you have ever sold in any fight until you fought Earl Smith Jr. You fought all his leftovers. You still ain't never make that type of money that you made when you fought Earl. Let's be real. And stop lying to people. Terrence Crawford, stop lying. You're not like that, bro. You're not like that. You don't sell like that. I ain't saying you ain't like that as a boxer. I'm saying you don't sell, nigga. And stop running around here pretending black people hating on you. Or hating on two black fighters fighting. No, you fucked that up. Earl said, I ain't fighting nobody other than him. Now, think about it, right? Earl said, I ain't fighting nobody other than him. Right? Terrence Crawford go fight a nobody. Right? And then he turns around now. Right? Think about this. He turns around now. Canelo Alvarez, he want to fight one of the biggest cash cows in the world. Earl Smith was a top 3 biggest cash cows. Let's just be real. Earl Smith was one of the biggest cash cows. But you got one of, everybody would consider Canelo the cash cow, number one. Then it's probably Tank. Well, however anybody look at it. But they the cash cows, right? But fucking Earl was number 3. Everybody knew that. Okay? Now, you know what he just did? He ain't fighting nobody until he fight Canelo. But he wouldn't do that with Earl because some reason He thought that he brought more money. He was as much as of a cash cow than Earl Spence. He wasn't. He fucked the money up. And they supposed to fought before. They fought all the way in. Nigga, it took a whole year to negotiate what? He fought somebody. Earl said, I ain't fighting nobody until I fight him. And that's how Terrence Crawford should have took it. You know he just did that now? I ain't fighting nobody until I fight. Excuse me. You talking about black fighters or whatever. Nigga, you fucked that up. Talking about black people don't support black fighters. You fucked that fight up. You don't fight no more. And Earl Spence was bigger than you, but you took a fight before you fought Earl Spence. But then you get mad at black people. Fuck are you talking about? It's our people that do that. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Now you doing it now with the Mexican dude that's bigger than you, and Earl was bigger than you too. But you try to put yourself on the same level that you sold with Earl sells. That's bullshit. And you ain't even going in negotiations talking that bullshit you talk to Canelo, that you was talking to Earl. You need this and you need that. You can't do that with Canelo. And you couldn't have did that with Earl. Earl fucked that up. And I'm going to just be real honest. Earl fucked that up. Because that nigga tried to roll on some black shit. And it's niggas that will use blackness to fuck over other black people. And that's what Terrence Crawford did. Because he ain't going to do that with that Mexican boy. Why he ain't asking for all this money? Why he stalling? Why he not? You get what I'm saying? But he did it to Earl, though. But he talking about black people ain't supporting two black fighters. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. You fucked that up. That fight was already big. You fucked it up. Matter of fact, I put this like this. That fight between you and Earl was bigger than Tank and Ryan Garcia. That shit should have happened before Tank and Ryan. You fucked it up, nigga. These are facts. I know they facts. The fuck you talking about? You trying to blame black people. Oh, we don't support black. Man, fuck you, nigga. And this is why we don't fuck with you, Terrence. Because you say stupid shit out of your mouth that's not true. And you disrespect your people. Oh, black people don't support me. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. You fucked that money up. Because you wanted to overprice yourself. You didn't want to give Earl Spence the prop that he did. He got 3 belts. He fought through wars to get that shit. You was on a fucking promotional, not a promotional, but you was on damn, what is that is? You was on a certain time with other motherfuckers that wasn't even really about giving you them big fights like that. A promotional company. Your promotional company did that. And you try to act like Earl Spencer was ducking you and all that other shit. Nigga, it was your promotional company. And then when you actually got away from that, you still tried to hustle another black man that was bigger than you. Listen, Terrence Crawford, you wouldn't even got that fight with Earl Spence if it was up to Earl Heyman. Earl gave you that. Earl showed you love. Earl let you do all that fuck shit that you did, and he shouldn't have allowed it. And I stand on that shit. He should have listened to Al. That nigga wasn't even worth none of that shit. None of that money he got. I believe Terrence Crawford is a fraud. You don't do that to talking about black man and all that shit. Nigga, you don't do that to another black man. You know he was bigger than you. But you did it anyway because you assumed that you was bigger. And you wasn't. And we know the numbers. We looked at the numbers. We know you wasn't bigger than Earl Spence. We know that. And I blame Earl Spence too for allowing you to do that dumbass shit that you did. And then you want you want to blame black folks or why y'all shit didn't sell like that. Nigga, y'all supposed to have been bigger than Tank and Ryan. But you fucked that up. And I stand on that shit. Because you try to think you was bigger than what you are. And still you doing it now. You ain't big like that, nigga. This fight is only big because Canelo. It ain't because of you. You hate Tank because Tank can fight somebody that don't have that bigger name like that and still be big and sell out the way he does. You goofy ass nigga. We know why you hate. Or try to push hate. Come on, motherfuckers hating on you. Nigga, you a hater. Terrence Crawford, I stand on that shit. You fucked Earl Smith over and you know you did. Because you try to play, oh, we cool. You know, me, Earl, we cool. And Earl Smith, by him being a good nigga like that, he lets you get away with that bullshit. Nigga, please. Fuck that nigga. Fuck Terrence Crawford. Personally, I don't like that. I don't like that nigga. But as a fighter, yeah, he great. But nigga, fuck you, nigga. You fuck that money up. And then you try to blame black people or we didn't support black shit. Nigga, y'all almost sold 1 million. Even though you fucked it up. Fuck are you talking about, nigga? You and Earl did Canelo numbers. Canelo didn't do 1 million on a lot of his fights. Don't get mad. And that's why you mad at Tank. Because you fucked it up and Tank sold millions on him and Ron Garcia because y'all was supposed to do that. You and fucking Earl Spence supposed to do that, but you fucked it up. And now you want to blame black people. We don't support black people. Fuck out of it. We support Tank. How about that? Why did black people still support Tank when he just fought Lamont Roach? Why we sell out his shit? He wasn't even in Vegas, nigga. We sold Lamont Roach shit out. Black people did that. And there was 2 black fighters. They sold way more at a gate than you sold in Vegas with Earl. These are facts. What the fuck you talking about, nigga? I don't like this nigga, man. I told you I don't like this nigga because he lied. Hold on. Because I got another clip that he like to come out and disrespect Tank. And I don't like that shit. And he don't like Tank. Nigga, we don't like you, nigga. We from Baltimore. We don't give a fuck about you, nigga. We don't like you like that either. Let's be real. Hold on. Let me go to the Tank shit. That nigga like to talk that gangster shit. He don't like Tank. Nigga, we don't like you. The fuck you talking about? Hold on, y'all. All right. Let's go into it. The nigga say some shit about my bad. He said some shit about Tank. That like he don't like Tank. Nigga, we don't like you either, nigga.
David say you need the money.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Shit.
My bad. Shit. My bad, y'all.
Channel, right channel.
There we go. All right. Let's get back into it.
What's going on with you and Javante?
Hold on, let's go back.
Javante Davis say you need the money.
Shit.
What's going on with you and Javante?
If I'm a boxer, he a boxer, you a boxer, we all need the money.
I ain't doing it for free.
Thank you.
What if Javante said, hey, I'll come up to 154? I'll come up to 154 while you talking.
Oh man.
You go to one, you fight Javante at 154?
I wish him the best. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why do they come? Is it because they feel they need to come for the guy that seems like he's on the top right now? And right now, you're the guy on the top, so everybody's taking Ryan Garcia saying Canelo gonna beat Bud.
First of all, no. Listen, as a fighter, Tank is probably third, the best fighter in the world. Right? I put I will put Terence Crawford number 1. Number 2 is Canelo. And then number 3, I will put Tank. But if you're talking about putting asses in the seats, Terence Crawford ain't even in the top 10. He's not even in the top 10. Or top, listen, I ain't gonna top 10. I'd say top 5. He's not even in the top 5. He don't put asses in the seats like that. So that's the difference. You're talking about a nigga that's, let me say this. Terence Crawford is a great fighter, but he ain't no superstar. Tank Davis is a superstar. Canelo is a superstar. Okay? Ryan Garcia is a superstar. Like, what we talking about here? Earl Smith is a superstar. Even though he beat Earl will sell more than him. Earl is a superstar. Terence Crawford ain't no fucking superstar. He's a star, but he's not no superstar. That's how great as a boxer he is. He's not a superstar. So who are you talking about? Now, you want to speak about Tank. Let's say something. Listen. First of all, this nigga is moving up to 168. For him to fight Tank, he would, listen, they would have to meet somewhere in like 148, 144 or some shit like that. It's not even going to be like that. It could never happen. So get that out, everybody here. It's not going to happen. So let me just say this. At Tank at 135, prime. Tank at his prime. I think he kind of is at his prime. And Terence Crawford at his prime at 140, 135. Right? I believe that Terence Crawford was at his prime when he was at 147. Honestly. Listen. If they fought around 144 or something like that, yeah, Tank will beat the shit out of Terence Crawford. He will fuck Terrence Crawford up. In my honest opinion, he will fuck him up. You talking about a monster? Tank at his prime? I don't think Tank at his prime right now. I think Tank is at his point of where he's almost out his prime a little bit. He's out his prime a little bit. He's not at his prime. You talking about a Tank that nigga he coming in at his prime? The Tank prime was when he fought Rolly, when he fought Ryan Garcia. That's his prime. Tank fighting now, it's not the same. Tank don't got that same hunger. And that's why I give Terrence Crawford the edge. Terrence Crawford always hungry. Feel like he got something to prove. Tank don't feel like he got to prove nothing. Like y'all seeing Tank now, y'all think Tank don't want to, like, he's mad because he got to prove shit. And I think that's a wrong attitude that he got. But he can't funk with Terrence Crawford right now. Hell no. Honestly. First of all, Terrence Crawford way too big, and at this point, and then the other point is, who the fuck is going to fuck with Terrence Crawford right now? Listen, I believe Terrence Crawford can beat anybody right now. From 160 down. 160 down, I believe Terrence Crawford can beat the shit out of anybody. My honest opinion. But let's be real about this shit. Terrence Crawford, listen, you fighting Canelo, nigga, that's a whole nother different level. That's Canelo. Canelo is, like, I don't even be understanding why people don't put Canelo in the top 3, pound for pound. This nigga, it's like that. The fuck you talking about? Then just because you don't think he ain't fighting nobody, who he's fighting? Who can he fight? Other than David Benavidez. That's all everybody talk about. Anybody else? Nobody talking about Canelo fighting. Terrence Crawford brung his name up in that shit, and people bring his name up in it, but nobody give a fuck about Terrence Crawford fighting no fucking Canelo, bro. Let me say this. It's going to be a big fight between Canelo and Terrence Crawford. But what will be big is Canelo fighting, excuse me, David Benavidez. But Canelo ain't going to fight him, bro. That's too much. Anyway, people, we'll be right back. Hold on, give me a second. Go sit your pussy ass down. Go sit down. Go sit. Go sit down.
They train together. He supposed to say that. And he's Mexican. He supposed to ride with his peoples.
Let me ask you this. You can help me out on this. This last fight, Roach and Javante. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Right.
I mean, you can't take a knee. That's a knockdown. Because I saw Floyd break his hand, hit the guy, and took a knee, and they gave Floyd an 8 count. So I'm trying to figure out how Javante avoided that. And then I'm trying to figure out how he got his guy come up to the top of the ring and wipe grease out his eyes. They do that now, bud.
I guess that's part of the new, boxing era.
When you saw that, tell me when you saw this, you saw him take a knee, and then you see he go to the apron, and this guy come up to the top of the ring. Well, you're like, hold on, what's going on?
I'm just as confused as you. I said, huh? I was just like, oh, that's crazy. And Steve Willis is a great referee.
He is.
And he started counting, then stopped
it.
Like they said, hey, you better stop counting. Oh, wow. Hey, don't do that again.
You being a boxing aficionado, you think Javante won that fight?
No. I don't think he won without the knockdown. I thought it was a close fight, but I would have gave the edge to Roach. He fought a great fight. Javante fought a great fight as well, but I just think he was overconfident. I don't think he took Roach serious.
Right.
And let me say this. I actually agree. Like, people gonna be like, oh, Kenny, you're a Tank Davis fighter. I mean, you're a Tank Davis fan. Listen, I'm gonna just tell y'all straight up like this. I didn't like that fight. Although Tank got his ass whipped. But not like his ass whipped, like somehow like he got his ass whipped like Lamont Roach whipped his ass. No, it wasn't like that. It was almost like he was too overconfident. It's almost kind of what fucking Charles Crawford said. Like, I didn't like that fight. I thought that Tank was too arrogant. You thought you was big. You thought you could beat this nigga, and I get it. You thought this was your superstar. And the crazy shit about his superstar shit actually made it a draw. Because some people thought you lost. And I stand on that shit with Tank. Like, everybody be thinking like, oh, nigga, you just a Tank fan like that. Nigga, no. Real shit matters. Listen, if they would have gave Lamont Roach that fight, I wouldn't have been mad. Nigga, he lost. And I'm okay with that. And I believe that, listen, if they gave Tank that fight, I wouldn't have been mad about that fucking fight. If they gave it to him. They said Lamont Roach won the fight. I ain't mad. The problem was with the shit was that he took that knee. And that's how Lamont Roach. Now, the draw, I can give it a draw without the knee. But he took that motherfucking knee. Nigga, no. Lamont Roach should have won that fight. And I'm a Tank Davis supporter. I love Tank. He from the city, nigga. No, nigga, you don't do that shit. That shit look weird as fuck. And you only got that draw because of the fact you Tank Davis. And that's why I said, I don't know if Tank can not take another fight outside of him fighting Lamont Roach. This shit is bigger than motherfuckers thought that when they was lying and saying that, oh, motherfucking Pitbull Cruz beat him. That I already knew that was bullshit. That ain't even a conversation to me. But this Lamont Roach shit, that shit with Lamont, yeah. Oh, nigga, you gotta get Lamont Roach that motherfucker fight again. You gotta run that back. Because, nigga, I believe that Tank lost that fight because of the knee that he took. I don't give a fuck how much that he thought the amateurs or what. I don't care, nigga. This is the pros. And like I told you, Tank lost the fight because he didn't have his regular corner, right? It's not an excuse, but I'm just saying he didn't have his regular corner. And I believe that Tank took Lamont Roach for fucking like a sucker nigga. Why would you do that? You did that shit, and nigga, you and listen. And a lot of people eyes, you lost. And that's real shit to Tank. I love Tank. That's my guy, man. He from the city. No, nigga. You listen to me, honestly, on real talk, I think Tank lost the fight because of he took that knee. Now, if he never took the knee, then I can see that it's at a draw. But he took that knee. I think he lost. He took that goddamn knee for whatever fucking reason it is. But he took a knee. And like I said, and I'm gonna be real about this. I don't know if Tank can beat Lamont Roach. Because sometimes, yo, you got a fighter that has your number. And I don't like the way that Tank is moving even with his coaches. I don't like this shit. So that shit is bothering me. So Tank can get his ass, listen, Tank can get his ass whipped even more, right? And I don't think Tank got his ass whipped. I just think Tank got exposed a little bit of like when you ain't focused, you can get your ass whipped, nigga. But if you not focused, nigga, and you got the wrong coaches, this shit is about his coaches. He need Coach Kenny. He need Coach Cal. And if you ain't got them in your corner and you not working with them, nigga, you gonna lose. And I stand on that shit with Tank. I love you, nigga. You from the city. You know that. Know some of your people. I love you. But nigga, you playing this game, it ain't good, bro. You gonna get hurt. You're gonna lose this fight because you whatever. But right, you need Coach Cal. You need Coach Kenny. They're your guys. And you need to listen to me. And you need to be on the same page. This shit don't work without them, bro. And I know you want to be the grown man or some shit like that. Nigga, you better love you and respect your people that came in this shit with you. And you playing this game, and I don't like it. You gonna lose, bro, fucking around. Lamont Roach ain't no slouch, bro. He was hitting you with shit that you didn't even see. And that's not like you. Because you wasn't focused. You didn't have the right people in your corner that will point that shit out. Come on, bro. Shout out to the niggas, but man, don't play that game like that, bro. Listen, let's be real. I'll be real about this shit. I can't get mad at people that think Tank lost that fight with Lamont Roach. And it's mainly because of that knee he took. So I can't get mad at niggas who saying like, well, we think Tank lost. I can't get mad at them. But if he never took that knee, no. Oh no, that shit was a draw. I ain't never seen, listen, I didn't seen Tank get hit. But I ain't never seen Tank when he hit a motherfucker. Them motherfuckers understand that nigga got that power. Lamont Roach wasn't scared of that power of Tank. I just want to be real. So I'll tell y'all, Tank lost that fight just off of that knee. My opinion. They called it a draw. I get it because Tank is the superstar, get that shit. I understand that. But my opinion, I think Tank lost. Oh, just off him taking that knee. If it's a mistake or whatever it is, I don't care. But he lost the fight. And I stand on that. Just telling people that. He lost that fight. Tank lost it. But understand something. Tank wasn't focused. Tank was never hurt. It's just that he lost the fight. And Lamont Roach told this nigga. He said, yo, you ain't focused, nigga. You can lose this fight. I'm going to beat you. And he wasn't lying. Because Tank was not focused. Listen, that shit was all fucked up. But like I said, if Tank does what he's supposed to do, he gonna fucking around, not fucking Lamont Roach out. He gonna hurt Lamont. I'm not saying, listen, I think he'll knock him out, but I think that Tank, if he's smart and he fight, he gonna hurt him real bad, Lamont Roach. But like I said, I'm not going to shit on Lamont Roach. I give Lamont, like, the first time they fought, I ain't get Lamont Roach. I gave Lamont Roach about 20% of beating Tank. This time around, I give Lamont Roach about 40% of beating Tank. 40. And I believe he beat Tank in the last fight. And that's because of that knockdown. But not a knockdown, but, he took a knee or whatever. I believe that he won the fight off of that. But I'm telling you, if Tank come in that bitch focused, he on the shit, he got his right people. Listen, this is about 60-40. I got Tank 60-40. Gonna fuck him up and knock him out. And I believe Tank can knock his ass out. Because like I said, he was taking way too many shots from Tank. And like I told you, one thing about Tank, everybody think, oh, Tank just got this power. No, nigga, it's about accuracy. And if Tank catch him with accuracy, knockout punches, Lamont Roach is going to go down. But I give Lamont Roach respect because he took them punches. So shout out to Lamont Roach. Nigga, I told y'all he wasn't a slouch either. And I told y'all that about Lamont Roach. All right, let me get out of here, people. Let me go ahead and cook for the family. Peace and love to y'all, man.